Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be repotting my Hoya Curtisii. As you guys recall, I bought this not too long ago, a few days actually. I've had it outside for a few days, but the soil doesn't seem to be drying out. I removed the bottom of it and still nothing. And just because I know that these pots retain a lot of soil, I decided to just go ahead and do it now before it's too late for my plant. I'm also going to be sharing this plant with a few friends, so I'm really excited to be taking away from the plant so I can go ahead and get those ready to be able to send to my friends. So please come along and watch how to do this without hurting the plant as much as possible. Thank you. Alright, so we are going to start by making sure that the pot you're going to be putting in your plant is still like big enough for the plant. I chose this pot. It's a little bit smaller than the one that it came in, just because I know that I'm going to be taking away from it, but I still want to make sure that it has enough drainage holes. So like, as you guys can see, this has plenty of drainage holes. So I already filled it up with some soil that I mixed in, so I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys what I am doing lately for soil. So because it is a Hoya, I did include cactus mix. So I include the Espoma organic cactus mix. I did maybe about this much of that, and then I did some of the Happy Frog potting soil. I did way less than that for sure. And then I also use some perlite. For perlite, I tried to use about like this much of it. Perlite, it already, like some of this soil already has perlite, so I just wanted to add a little bit more, but not like overwhelm the soil with perlite, because that's very easy to do. Then the next thing that I did was I added some coco coir. So this is going to help keep some of the moisture in the soil if I forget to like water my plant, which I don't usually do, but I just wanted to go ahead and try it out. I bought this not so long ago as well, so I'm going to start using this. So I added just a little bit of this because obviously I don't want my soil to be super moist all the time. So just depending on how you typically overwater or underwater your plants, use this as like a measure of how often you forget to water your plants maybe. This will retain a lot of moisture, so just making sure that like if you add more, then obviously it's because you typically forget to water your plants. Alright, so I have all of that already mixed in in here. So please make sure that you do it halfway. I kind of did this just to fast forward the process of us doing this. So I'm gonna set this and the remaining of the soil to the side. Oh, I forgot to also mention that I did add Diatomaceous because I am just annoyed of the bugs that are flying. So I also added mosquito bits. So hopefully that takes care of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So what you're going to do with this beautiful baby is you're gonna go ahead and kind of like work your way along the pot to trying to loosen up the roots. I don't really see that many roots down here showing up already, but just making sure that you do that. Again, try to like, whoop, try not to do that. Sorry, yeah. Okay, so try to carefully remove your plant from the pot. And actually, after I noticed that I took away the little thing that it has down here, it has a lot of drainage holes. So I will keep this for maybe another plant, but the soil is still pretty wet, so I just didn't think that it was going to dry. So now we have our plant already there. Sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and work my way in making sure that I separate the old soil without ripping off the root system. So just massage the soil a bit. So again, you're just gonna go ahead and make sure that you try to take the wet soil off as carefully as possible, because obviously we don't want to hurt the plant at all. This is going to take a while, so obviously make sure that you have plenty of time in your schedule to do this. I hope that after I do this, obviously my plant feels better and is able to grow more, and that way I will be able to share it with other people later. Alright, so I do have it on its side, so just carefully move it around as you are trying to take all the soil. I know that this is like hard work, and like you might be scared of doing this with yours because of like hurting the plant or anything like that. Typically they have a lot of roots, so like if you lose a few, like it's going to be okay. Sorry if you guys hear some loud noises. I am outside and we are near the train station, so, or one of the train stations. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue doing this until I have most, if not all, the soil out. Since I am going to separate this plant, I will also try to show you guys that and how that's going to look. Alright, now that I have more of the soil taken off, I'm literally just like separating the strands if I can. So I have 2 strands here. I already separated the ones for my friends, so here's one strand for one of my friends, and I have 3 that I'm separating right now. And I have them already set to the side. And since I will be sending those to them quite soon, I'm actually not gonna repot those into soil because I will be sending them with moss, like sphagnum moss. So I will actually put the roots in sphagnum so that way they can go ahead and get stronger before I send them. So again, I'm separating them by strands, so as you guys can see, the roots are pretty strong. And I just want to go ahead and do that because when I repot them, I want to make sure that I have them separated, so that way I'm not hurting the plant. Try to look where they might be stuck. I think I know this one's stuck somewhere over here. And because these plants are quite hardy, like they can withstand quite a lot just because of the plumpness. They're not easier to kill. So that's another reason why I really like Hoyas. That's not the case for all Hoyas, of course, right? But these are quite strong. I actually got another Hoya today, and it looked really sad. So I'm giving it some humidity. They had it outside in the store at Lowe's, and poor thing, it was just like, it just looked really sunburned right now. And it is one that requires full sunlight, but I don't know. Chicago has been having some really hot days, so I think it was way too much for the plant. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and be doing this for another few minutes. I'm obviously not gonna record all of this for you guys because I know it can get boring watching me do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop. But like, again, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue to do the separation of the stems. You can do the same with basically any like string of whatever that you have. Like, you can separate them if you want to obviously also have them look more like spread out whenever you're repotting them. So for example, with this one, I'm gonna be doing like all around, just because I like when a plant looks evenly spread out rather than like just one-sided, right? I do see some people liking it one-sided just because of like maybe like when they hang them and things like that. So it's up to you, but I do want to have it all full. And then after a while, it does get hard to try to like figure out where you're gonna put the strands. You could just start putting them where you're gonna put them, but I'm not ready for that yet. Okay, so I am still cleaning the roots here, just making sure that I remove any of these like little wood pieces. So you guys can see, just carefully like moving my fingers on the roots. I was thinking about just cleaning the roots a bit more and then just dipping them in some water, and I might still do that in a bit, and I'll show you guys that process as well before putting them in the newer soil. It's not something that you have to do, but I did it with my pearls and I figure, why not? Why not clean the soil before repotting them? Cleaning your roots does add more time to this, so just FYI, disclaimer. You want to be extra, it's gonna take extra time. Alright, y'all. So let me go fill up the bucket so I can show you guys how that process is going to get ready to try to clean some of the roots. The reason why I'm cleaning the roots is because, especially for the ones that I'm giving out to my friends, because I am going to wrap the roots in moss, and I want to like make sure that I get as much as the soil out of the roots. So Obviously I worked some of the soil out with my fingers, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do it with water. So I just want to show you how that looks right there. So it's just water, and I'm just like going to dip it in there and make sure that I just work through that soil as much as I can, obviously. Again, I tried getting as much out as I could. So you're still going to obviously see that you have some soil, and that's perfectly fine, because I know that after these plants arrive, my friends are going to repot them into soil. So there we go. Here goes the soil, the roots. So that's what you're gonna try to do for all of them. And I do have my bucket, and I'm gonna add more moss right there so I can go ahead and just put them in straight away. Okay, so as you guys can tell, I have here a few of the cuttings already in there. I'm still not sure if this is how I want it to be just yet. I am choosing the longer ones for the outside, and I will be putting in some of the less longer ones kind of in the middle here, so that way at one point they obviously will go towards the outside of things. So I'm still kind of working my way through things. I still have a few to wash, so I'm still cleaning the roots, but I wanted to show you how it's looking so far. I'm not going to put soil just yet. I will put soil once I kind of have all of this filled out. Again, I'm putting the longer ones out, and then I'll put in the shorter ones. So stay tuned. So this is how it's looking so far. Finishing putting soil into the pot. It obviously does not look pretty, but I have finished adding the ones in the middle. As you guys can tell, it looks way more fuller now, and soil got everywhere. But as it settles some more, it should start looking better, as far as the soil being everywhere, obviously. But yeah, there you have it, a brand new Hoya Curtisii all potted up. If anyone is interested in sharing this video, please do, because I know I was in a pickle trying to find a video that showed me how to repot this baby. I will also greatly appreciate if you like and subscribe and leave a comment if your heart desires. If you have any suggestions of other future videos that you would like to see, please make sure to leave me a comment below. If you don't already follow me on Instagram at Bloom With Me Chai, that is for Chicago, please make sure to do that. I will make sure to put it down below on the description. Bye everyone, thank you.